What if I told you that the Philippines, though not explicitly mentioned in the Bible, might hold a profound and unexpected place in God's prophetic timeline? A nation of over 7,000 breathtaking islands, known for its rich culture and natural beauty, could carry a far deeper spiritual purpose than we realize. Could the Philippines be tied to ancient lands like Ophir, renowned for its immense wealth in biblical times? Or might its unique role as Asia's Christian stronghold position it as a key player in the prophecies of the end times? These questions lead us to uncover how the Philippines might unexpectedly be woven into the fabric of biblical history and prophecy. The Bible tells us that after the Great Flood, Noah's 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, repopulate the earth, Genesis 10. Their descendants formed the nations of the world. Some scholars and historians suggest that Filipinos, with their diverse heritage, might be linked to the lineages of Japheth and Ham, 2 of these foundational patriarchs. Japheth, Noah's eldest son, is considered the forefather of many European and Asian peoples. His descendants, such as Gomer, Magog, and Madai, spread widely across the earth. Among them was Togarmah, a son of Gomer, whose lineage may have extended into Asia. Some scholars speculate that Togarmah's descendants could have eventually reached the Philippines, suggesting a connection between Filipinos and Japheth's line. Ham, Noah's second son, is traditionally seen as the ancestor of African and some Asian peoples. His descendants, Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan, established powerful ancient civilizations like Ethiopia, Egypt, and Canaan. It is possible that some of Ham's lineage migrated to Southeast Asia, mingling with Japheth's descendants. This fusion could explain the Filipinos' remarkable cultural adaptability and diversity. If Filipinos indeed descend from both Japheth and Ham, they carry a rare and fascinating legacy. Japheth's lineage is blessed with expansion and influence. Genesis 9 verse 27 says, "May God extend Japheth's territory. May Japheth live in the tents of Shem." Meanwhile, Ham's descendants, despite their historical struggles, built civilizations central to the biblical narrative, such as Egypt and Canaan. Filipinos, as potential heirs to both lineages, might embody both the blessing of expansion and the resilience of enduring legacies. The Philippines' possible connection to Ophir, a land of immense wealth mentioned in the Bible, adds another layer of intrigue. Ophir, famed for its gold, silver, and precious resources, was a source of great wealth for King Solomon. According to 1 Kings 10 verse 22, Solomon sent ships to Ophir every 3 years, bringing back gold, ivory, and rare treasures. The king had a fleet of trading ships at sea, and every 3 years it returned bringing gold, silver, ivory, apes, and peacocks. The exact location of Ophir has been a mystery for centuries, with theories pointing to regions as far-flung as Africa and South America. Yet, some researchers today propose that Ophir could have been the Philippines. Why? The Philippines has been historically abundant in gold, a fact well documented long before Spanish colonization. Pre-Hispanic Filipinos adorned themselves with gold, crafted intricate jewelry, and used it in trade and rituals. Furthermore, the Philippines' location along ancient maritime trade routes, connecting Asia, the Middle East, and beyond, aligns with the description of Ophir as a distant yet accessible land. Could the Philippines, with its storied wealth and strategic location, truly be the biblical Ophir? While definitive proof remains elusive, the parallels are compelling, and the possibilities invite deeper exploration. While the connection to ancient lands like Ophir is intriguing, the Philippines' unmistakable role as a Christian stronghold in Asia is undeniably significant. As one of the largest Christian nations in the world and the most predominantly Christian country in Asia, the Philippines stands as a spiritual beacon in a region dominated by Islam, Buddhism, and Hinduism. The prophecy in Matthew 24 verse 14 says, "This gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come." In this light, the Philippines' Christian identity takes on profound importance. Since the arrival of Spanish missionaries in the 16th century, the Philippines has embraced Christianity wholeheartedly, with over 80% of its population identifying as Catholic. Today, Filipino missionaries and workers spread the gospel far beyond their borders, often reaching places where traditional missionaries face resistance. Consider the Filipino diaspora. An estimated 10 million Filipinos live and work abroad, forming one of the largest migrant communities in the world. But they are more than economic contributors. They are carriers of faith. From the deserts of the Middle East to the bustling cities of North America, overseas Filipinos bring Christianity to places where it is often marginalized or unknown. In this way, they fulfill the Great Commission in Matthew 28 verse 19. Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. The Philippines' unique role in history, its abundant natural wealth, and its steadfast Christian faith suggest a deeper spiritual calling. Whether as a modern embodiment of Ophir's riches, a descendant of Japheth and Ham, or a missionary force fulfilling end-time prophecies, the Philippines appears to hold a special place in God's plan. Could it be that this archipelago, often overlooked in the grand narratives of history, is destined for greatness in the unfolding story of God's kingdom? As we consider its biblical connections and contemporary significance, one thing becomes clear. The Philippines is not merely a collection of islands, but a nation with a profound and enduring spiritual legacy. Could the fiery missionary spirit of the Filipino people be part of fulfilling a grand end-times prophecy? The Bible declares that the gospel must be preached to all nations before the end comes. In this light, the Philippines' role as a global ambassador of the Christian faith seems to shine with prophetic significance, offering a glimpse into a destiny far greater than its size on the map. One of the most striking aspects of the Philippines' potential prophetic role lies in its unwavering support for Israel, a relationship rooted in compassion and courage. In Genesis 12 verse 3, God makes a powerful promise. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you I will curse, and all peoples on earth will be blessed through you. The Philippines, time and again, has stood as a friend to Israel in pivotal moments of history. During the darkest days of World War II, under the leadership of President Manuel Quezon, the Philippines welcomed over 1,200 Jewish families fleeing the Holocaust. Few nations dared to extend such a lifeline during that era. Then, in 1947, the Philippines boldly became the only Asian country to vote in favor of the United Nations resolution that established the State of Israel. These acts of solidarity have echoed through history, positioning the Philippines as a nation aligned with God's promise of blessing for those who bless His chosen people. Could this divine promise still resonate today? As the Philippines continues to stand by Israel, some wonder if it might hold a special favor in the unfolding tapestry of end-times prophecy. Is this steadfast friendship a mark of God's grace, preparing the Philippines for a critical role in the events leading to Christ's return? The Bible paints a powerful picture of the end times in Revelation 7 verse 9. After this I looked, and there before me was a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, tribe, people, and language, standing before the throne and before the Lamb. Could the Philippines, with its unmatched missionary zeal and global reach, be part of this divine gathering? Filipino Christians are everywhere, from the Middle East to North America, and from the skyscrapers of Dubai to the small towns of Europe. They carry their faith with them, living as missionaries in lands where the gospel is often difficult to access. The Filipino diaspora, estimated at over 10 million, has become a powerful force for global evangelism, fulfilling Christ's Great Commission in Matthew 28 verse 19. Go and make disciples of all nations. What makes this even more compelling is the role Filipinos play as modern-day bridge builders. In workplaces, homes, and communities around the world, they share their faith not just through words, but through actions, embodying the gospel's message of love, humility, and service. Could this movement of Filipino Christians represent a prophetic fulfillment of Revelation's vision, a foretaste of the great multitude that will one day stand before God's throne? The Philippines also stands at the intersection of geopolitics and spirituality. As global tensions escalate, especially in the Middle East, a region central to end-times prophecies, the Philippines' strategic alliances and its vocal support for Israel position it as a potential player in the final acts of God's divine plan. Southeast Asia is becoming increasingly vital in the global arena, and the Philippines' unique blend of spiritual resilience and diplomatic strength might be more significant than meets the eye. Even its possible connection to Ophir, the ancient land of wealth mentioned in the Bible, adds an air of mystery and importance. With a history of abundant resources and a strategic position along ancient trade routes, could the Philippines be more deeply tied to the biblical narrative than previously imagined? Whether or not it is the Ophir of old, its role as a beacon of faith in Asia is undeniable. The Philippines' story is one of faith, courage, and resilience. From standing with Israel to spreading the gospel to the farthest corners of the earth, this nation seems to carry a calling greater than itself. Could it be part of God's end-times plan, bringing the light of Christ to the nations before his return? Its unwavering support for Israel, its unique place in Asia, and its growing influence as a missionary powerhouse all suggest a divine purpose. What do you think? Could the Philippines hold a hidden role in biblical prophecy? Is it merely coincidence, or is God weaving this nation into his ultimate plan? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Daily Bible Stories for more inspiring insights into how ancient prophecies connect to modern nations. The story of the Philippines might just be the next chapter in the greatest narrative ever told.